Welcome back. It's the Black Women Be Whole podcast. And as you know, we are Black women working on being whole. And surprisingly, or maybe not to us, it's our last episode for season 2. I don't know about y'all, but I feel like this episode took a lot to finish. It's
Girl,
a
we
lot of
made it.
time.
We
Didn't it take a
made it.
lot? We made it. We made it. So we're definitely excited to end out this season as we prepare to take a little break and definitely come back to you with another season in a couple weeks. But before we even get started, as you know, I'm Marquia. Kim and Ednesha here, of course, and
Yeah.
we're
What up?
starting our 14th episode. And this week's episode is called I Can See Clearly Now, Our Vision for the Future. So if you've been with us since the beginning, you know, we've grown a lot. In the beginning it was different. We were figuring it out. So we talked about how we wanted our next season to go at the end of season 1. So we're going to do that again with season 2, as well as just looking at how we can grow and implement changes in our own personal lives. We believe it's always important to be intentional about looking back to the past to help us inform our decisions for the future. But before we get into the topic too heavy, we got to check in. So, ladies, what are y'all working on this week?
So, okay, guys, let me just be clear before I get started. I took my booster shot yesterday and I am sick. However, I go hard for the team. So I am here to do the podcast taping today. So what am I working on? I've probably been working on this for a couple of months, but I'm redoing my apartment. And I think that I didn't realize it would take this long. My painter came, he didn't do a great job. He was supposed to come back and he's ghosted me now. Great. My designer, I can hardly get her on the phone sometimes. She might even listen to the podcast. I'm sorry. I love you, girl. But she busy. She busy. So, things is taking a little bit longer than I like. But my hope is that now that I am working from home, that I can have a new space that I can feel like really creative in and give my clients the best experience possible. So I'm still working on this place, y'all.
Damn.
Ooh, Lord.
That's like that never ending project. You like, why did I do this?
Yes, that's what it feels like.
Girl. Um, all right, I'm gonna get a little somber, y'all, and I'm sorry because it's just where I am.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you know, I'm working on, I think, thinking just about like my legacy, the things that I want to do, things I want to be known for. I had a funeral that I attended earlier in the week or last week, whenever the hell you listen to it. Of one of my favorite human beings in the world. She died from
Mm.
breast cancer. And when I was there, one of her friends, her good friends, was like, "Oh my God, like you're Kim. She talks about you all the time. She talks about how proud she is of you. She's talked about the book. She talks about you. Like she's always promoting your things."
Mm.
And I was like, "Oh my goodness, like, wow." I just didn't know that. I knew like I saw her posting things about me, but I don't know why I didn't think of that, but just to know that there's someone like there cheering you on, hearing all these stories about how amazing she was and how much she just was like a pillar of the community. And I just like, wow, that's an admirable trait that I think I want to take on and kind of looking at what does that mean for me and what I'm doing, right? And where are the aspects of my life where I need to beef up some of those things where I feel much better about it. So yeah, just thinking about what do I want to leave when I leave this earth? Because who the hell knows when I leave? So there it is.
Are we talking like what people gonna say at your funeral kind of thing?
Yeah, that
Okay. All
too.
right.
That too.
But I
But
like that.
also what I like, what do I want to what would I want people to say? I got to do it if I
Right.
want them to say it, right?
No, I think that's important because like people die, and oftentimes we just look at it like, oh, this is just sad. But oftentimes it's an opportunity for you to look at like, okay, it's kind of like a reset, unfortunately, where it's like, ooh, like, am
Right.
I doing the things that I want to do? Am I, to your point, living in a way that, I feel will be as most impactful and people will, appreciate what I'm doing on this earth? Or am I just living for myself, being selfish and not, accomplishing things? I have those same
Right.
thoughts. So I get it.
Exactly.
I get it. I'll be in the same headspace. Like, damn, dog. Like, they did all this in this amount of time. I'm not doing enough. I mean, figure this shit out.
Like shit.
And it's awesome that she loved you. And I hope that I mean, of course, I'm more into like, of course, she's still always with you. And she's just going to be another person supporting you from the other side to make sure that you do accomplish all that you want to. So,
But I
I gotta
love that
get
in
on
some
it.
way she's motivating you, right?
Mhm.
Even in her death, like she's motivating you to be better the same way that she was motivating you when she was here with you. So I think that that's
Yeah.
kind of awesome to think of it that way. And yeah, I think I when I think about my funeral, look at that. Why I got morbid. Sorry. I'm thinking about what's going to be written in it. Cause sometimes it just be like, this person was great, survived by, and that's it.
Well, you need to
What's
pick
the
people that
story?
like
That
you to
mean you
write
ain't do
your
shit.
That's
but
what I'm
also you have to
saying.
pick people to write your in your funeral program, the obituary. Because when I did my grandfather's, I was like, it's not about to be trash.
But
So
I also got to give them some shit to write about. I think that's really what it is, right? Like,
mhm.
what have I done in my life that not just I'm proud of, but others are too, that is worth talking about? How did I contribute, right? I think it was MLK who said, like, you don't have to be famous, but in order to be great, you have to, provide service. That's not exactly how it was said, but that's the gist, y'all. But listen, what is my service to others, right? And so it gets me thinking about, like, what have I done for other people and not just myself. So yeah.
Okay. What am I working on
What you
this week?
working on, Marquia?
I guess working on leaning into this whole I have a business thing and what that looks like. It's an adjustment. It's
Come
an
through, girl. What's the business? Don't be hiding stuff now.
It's called Marquis Events and Services. It's very new but exciting. So this weekend, I spent time with one of my clients. They got a award at this gala. I was overdressed. That's a conversation for another day. I mean, I wasn't overdressed. I was dressed appropriately. Other people just didn't know what gala meant, I
That's
guess.
right. Say it again. Say it again. I'd rather be overdressed than to be underdressed. Y'all didn't get the memo. It said gala,
Well, I need
gala.
you to
What y'all
understand,
want?
like, I walked in and this woman was behind me and was like, "I didn't know that this was black tie." And I was like, "It said gala on the invite." Like, neither here nor there. So that was really awesome to watch him get that award and just see him light up with, being comfortable in that space and knowing that I helped just, build that confidence was really cool. Then it was like, went to a Broadway show on Friday night and it was lovely. Don't get me wrong. Like I love theater, but also it was 3 hours and 15 minutes long. So like also adjusting to like, I have to be more social than I have been because during the pandemic I became a hermit and now I have to like get out of that and that is an adjustment. It's a lot of like smiling and like I'm gonna have to start buying makeup again. So it's just an adjustment, being social and friendly. And I am naturally, but I have a limit. So I'm working on that. And it'll be fine. Everything will be fine. I'm excited. Again, this weekend really like was like, wow, I'm doing this. And like the access to, different arenas and people that have come and will come is scary but exciting. So I'm rolling with it. It's gonna be fine.
Figure it out, girl. That's what you're gonna have to do. Lots of
I
Right.
love
sleepless
it.
nights.
Because as y'all seen that meme on Instagram, you're not thinking big, bitch. You thinking small. You gotta
Oh,
be thinking big. So
I
I
wasn't
take
ready
that.
for that. I
Take it
wasn't
too
ready.
small, bitch. Think
You
big, bitch.
gotta think big, bitch. So yeah, I do
Ah,
take that. I do every time I see it, I take it personally. I feel like I'm being personally attacked. So I'm just like, all right, I can't play small. I gotta think big. I don't want to disappoint Uncle in the Instagram video.
that's
So
it.
yeah.
That's it, girl.
And of course, now I don't know if we're continuing this into season 3. We probably should because it is kind of fun to also poke at fun at Ednesha.
Oh
So
shit.
what time it
Word, while I'm
is.
sick, you going you gonna beat me while I'm down. Go ahead.
I did grow to love it. I think I'm more into you rolling your eyes at us being like, girl again. But we get some good stuff out of it. So is there anything that caught your attention this week? Anyone want
I'ma
to share?
go. I'ma
Okay.
go.
Oh
Cause let
shit.
me tell you about this. How y'all out here playing with my girl Nia Long, cheating on her, embarrassing
Okay.
her? Not you trying to. We talking about? Oh, she gonna get her dream wedding down there with this old trifling ass Negro. I'm mad. I'm mad. Nia Long's been cheated on, and laundry's been aired out, and you out here trying to make my girl look bad. She's
Mhm.
beautiful. But then I saw
Mhm.
this list of all the fucking women that have been cheated on, and it's like Beyonce, Holly Berry, and all these other people, and they had to put it in perspective. Like Everybody gets cheated on. Doesn't matter how beautiful they are. But I especially mad, like, why y'all cheating on me alone though? Like, she's
Mhm.
dope.
And not
I don't know if she's
problematic.
dope. I mean, she looks dope from afar.
Mhm.
We really don't know who people are behind closed doors,
There it
but
is. That's the
Mhm.
one. That's the
I
one.
mean, but like you can't hold yourself up to a candle to anybody anymore because they all getting cheated on. Shit.
Right.
So, but I'm especially mad about that, and I'm gonna leave it there.
But I also just struggle with cheating because it's like, just leave if you're not happy. And like I get it, like people like it's just a physical thing and all. But if you were not ready to like keep it in your pants, then just don't get married. Or like he's engaged, they're engaged. Like don't choose to be in a
Yeah.
relationship. Don't do all the things. Don't be like, let's look for a house and let's live happily ever after. If you're not going to be honest and upfront and be like, by the way, I might be a philandering hoe on the sides. Are you cool with that? Like some people might be fine with that.
Yes.
But
Communicate.
yes, have that conversation, but don't promise, oh, yes, it's going to be us forever and ever and ever. And then you be in a hoe bag. Like, for what? For what? You don't have to do that. You don't have to hurt people's feelings. It's just not
Just have an
necessary.
open relationship. Come
Right.
on, let's
Don't
go.
choose to settle down. Just be like, this is what I need. Are you okay with this? And they'll say yes or they'll say no.
I
But
think that's
someone
the
will accept
thing.
it.
You don't know what people will be okay with if you never
Right.
ask. So you really do have to just ask.
Right. Because some people will be like, well, as long as the bills are paid, bitch, just don't let me see that hoe in public. It's fine. You know, that might be the girl for you. It's not for me, but live your life.
Okay.
Okay, Anisha, what you see?
Okay. It's not about sex this week.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
Oh shit.
14 episodes, and this is the one, the last one. You switched up on us.
Nobody penis falling
Ooh,
off.
not falling off.
No. Nobody's sending nudes to people on a plane.
Oh, my
No,
goodness.
nothing. Yes, nobody airdropping nudes on a plane. Nope, I'm not going to talk about
Okay.
that today.
All
I'm
right.
going to talk about the fact that Jennifer Hudson has
Hmm.
a daytime television show.
Okay,
Yes.
Miss Jane.
Okay. And so for me, I don't know how I feel about all the crossover, right? Kelly Clarkson got hers. I'm not a fan, but they've given her more seasons. They keep greenlighting her. I don't get it. No offense. I'm not saying you need to stay in your lane. Jennifer, listen, I love you. You got your EGOT. You're trying to do all the things, but I watched some of it and it was given kind of boring. But out of nowhere, people ask her to sing and she break out in song. So I just might watch it for that reason alone. Some old lady stood up and was like, "Oh, could you just sing my favorite gospel song?" She's like, "Which one?" She told her. She's like, "Oh, my grandmother knew that one," and she just belted away. Yo, I had chills. Like this shit is crazy how amazing of a singer she is. So like I don't know, is she gonna be singing every episode? Like maybe I'll watch. But other than that, it was given a little dry. The guests were a little dry. I didn't love her hair, her outfits. I
Damn.
might be hating a little bit. I'm sorry, Jen.
It's giving
I might.
hater
I think it's giving hateration, holleration.
in this
Well, at least
dancery.
you know.
I
At
feel
least you
it.
know. At least you know.
You didn't like the Cheryl Lee Ralph in a moment? That was beautiful.
It was
Where your
cute.
dream goes,
I'm not
boy.
feeling that ponytail she has. It seems like somebody sprayed the top to make sure it looked like she had more edges.
They
I
gave her
don't
to
know.
Jermaine Jackson.
Yo, that's what it looked
I should
like.
like that shit.
And I feel like she's at a certain
Ah,
caliber that y'all don't do her like that. That's all I'm saying. Where your people at?
Well,
They
it is
can't be doing
season
you like that.
one, and we don't know what the budget is yet. Everybody's first season be looking tack. If you look back at Wendy's first season, oh god,
Oh
that was
yeah.
the
Queen Latifah, like yeah,
yeah.
everybody that had
Season
something.
one be on the struggle bus because
Because they're gonna figure out if they like you.
exactly, because if
right.
it's not worth investing the money, then what's up? Also, I
Right.
don't know if we're the demographic for daytime TV, girl, because technically
We're
we're supposed to be
not.
at work,
We're
right? So
not.
like, it's the grandmas, it's the aunties, it's the
They
stay-at-home
love
moms
stuff
that
That's
just
like
want
true.
that.
like, and that's
You're
not
not
shade
the
to you,
demo.
stay-at-home moms, but like the people that stay at home, it's like, oh girl, I don't have a connection outside of here. I'm gonna watch this TV where there are other adults. Um, so
You no, listen, she more of a Maury, and unfortunately,
oh, okay.
Maury
So
has
she's like, oh,
retired.
that's your baby. Look at his nose. That's you.
Listen, I like Tamron Hall. That's my girl. I
Okay,
can't
I
lie.
actually don't like her show.
Oh,
So
damn
I
it.
don't like that blonde hair. I will
Oh,
say
the
I did,
blonde. I'm not sure about the blonde.
but I did
Yeah.
enjoy the segment with P Valley. But I'm biased. I love P Valley. So I
Yeah.
do think Jay
Down in the valley
Alfonso
where the
deserves an Emmy.
Me too. You talking about
Because
range? We talking about
yes,
but they were
range?
not. They weren't nominated. right?
Not
Best
well,
is
maybe next year.
Maybe next year.
yeah, okay.
It better be next year. Representation. I don't know. Send a
Come on,
letter
You
to
know
come
y'all
through with
what?
senator.
representation. Oh, the
Send a
senator.
letter.
We might not get it. Let's not expect those spaces to give us things that we already know.
That's
Agreed.
right.
Let's see.
What caught your
Craziest thing.
attention,
Well,
Marquia?
I will say the Broadway play that I went to see,
What'd you go
although
see? You
extremely
didn't even tell
nuanced,
us.
I went to see Death of a Salesman. Um,
Okay, we're white. Okay, but
but it was
I would have
black,
seen
but
that.
make it black.
Really,
Ha, plot
really?
twist. Yes,
Oh,
Wendell Pierce
okay.
was Willie Loman. I'm a big
Okay.
nerd, so sorry people at home if you're like, "Ooh, this is very boring." But
No.
read Death of a Salesman in high school. I thought it was interesting, high school teacher quick aside. My English teacher was very upset with me because we were like analyzing something one day and I was like, "Well, what if the writer didn't write it for us to analyze it and it was just written because they felt like it?" And she was like the biggest mad and was just like, "That is it's art and we're not I don't know if I agree with that." Neither here nor there. Willie Loman, he's a low man. If you have read it, you know the deal. He's a salesman that's kind of going through it. But they did it in a black version, and I was actually having this really good conversation with another woman that saw it, and we struggled with the placement of the white characters in the play. So the family was black, but then like Willie's boss was white, or his best friend that he had to ask money from was white, and we were like, right,
Ew.
that kind of felt icky, right? Because it's like, why are these white people so centered in power in this
I
play?
think what it is because white people always have that like black best friend, right? We're always a
Mhm.
sidekick. So because they made him the lead, they was like, "You're gonna have a white sidekick." This is some bullshit.
Yeah, I didn't like that. And then there was one
Mm.
particular scene that I like the black jumped out and I was like, "Oh, I don't like this." And I didn't mean to say it in the middle of the Broadway play, but
Ah, ah.
Willie had just told his son, like, if you go to this meeting and anything falls off that white man's desk, you don't pick it up, right? Now, Willie is in his boss's office having a conversation, begging for his job, which was also, it was so gross. And then the man's lighter fell off the desk. Him and Willie look at it. The white man keeps looking at Willie. Willie picks it up and then lights this man's cigarette. And I was like, no, hate it. Hate it.
Oh, damn.
Throw it away. Nope, don't like it. But it was good to be in the theater. And it was good
Okay.
to not have to have paid for my ticket.
Okay. Look at you
Um
getting things,
we like that.
getting
Um
bangs,
I'm
honey.
definitely looking forward to seeing more Broadway stuff in the coming
It's a bunch of
months.
good things coming out. August Wilson stuff. Can't
Yeah,
wait,
so
girl.
I'm
Can't wait.
excited. But I mean, I would suggest anyone go see it. Because again, it was cool to see it as black, but just it was cringy with the whiteness. So
All right, let's get into it.
as we're talking about our last episode of our little baby for this season, um, what was it like for you guys this season when we were making it? Again, it seemed like the season that did not end. We had a plan. We were going to be like, bam, 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 we're going to pump them out. But life and shit happens. So what was it like from you all's vantage point to make this season of the podcast?
So, what was it like making this season? I think for me, it felt a little harder because Black Women Be Whole has really ramped up the things that we're doing. We're doing kind of more workshops. We're out with the people a little bit more. So schedules got a little crazier. So that's the first thing. Also, I had COVID 3 times in 9 months. So it felt like I was just always something was going on in my life, which made it harder to kind of focus in on the season. And I wanted, like you said, to like just bang them out one after the other. And I think it just shows you that there are sometimes things that you want to happen, but that don't mean it's going to happen the way that you want it to, right? And I think that we do a pretty good job of the pivot. And so I'm proud of us for that. We figure out a way to pivot and it kind of gets done. But y'all may not have been getting episodes every 2 weeks. I would say that.
Okay.
It was a bit chaotic.
Mm.
And disorganized, and that's okay, but somehow we muddled through. So I'd like it to be it was very stressful in some regards, just because like we got to get this thing done. And then also I took over just editing the whole podcast season. So I've been the editor for the whole season. So a thing that that was outsourced I added another job. Like I have been editing our podcast. And if you don't like the edit, I don't really fuck you then. But you know what?
Wait a minute. We cannot talk to our listeners this way.
Listen,
Kim,
if you
please
don't like my edit,
apologize.
I'm apologize. But if you don't like my edit, then why what you doing?
Okay. Don't hate
Right?
listen. Don't hate listen. If you don't like it, you
Don't
don't
hate
have to.
listen. Don't hate listen. Like love my edits. If y'all love the podcast, thank you. If you don't love it, all right, then that's on you.
We
It's a
giving
labor of
negative
love.
thoughts. We giving negative thoughts.
I'm
I
not
don't
giving
know where
negative
it's coming
thoughts.
from.
I'm giving, please don't be
Honest.
yes.
For me, it was a lot of change was happening simultaneously as we were doing the podcast. I had COVID at the beginning of the year. My grandpa passed away. I broke my ankle. It's just a lot of life happening and trying to pull through and be present and give energy and excitement and care to this because we understand that people are taking their time to listen to it. But sometimes life was lifing aggressively. But we made it through. I mean, we're at episode 14. So we did something right. We made it happen.
Listen. Well, it's Sunday, so we say by the grace of God, I guess, right?
Okay.
Ooh, ooh.
Through all the difficulties, but I mean, who's to say that it didn't ultimately impact the quality of the product? I mean, maybe good or bad, but it did have a hand in shaping the experience, and now we know more. Obviously, Kim, right, you'll be even better at editing by next season because
Maybe not, girl. Maybe
Woo.
not. Let's not listen. Maybe not. Don't put that on me yet.
It could happen. I'm gonna be
It
optimistic.
could. It could.
But I think the nuances help also lend itself to the point of like we are still working on being whole, right? Even with the podcast, like everything is a process and we're doing the best we can. We are still people.
Yeah,
Do you feel like it was giving what it was supposed to give?
I do. I
Okay.
think I think people responded to our podcast. Our numbers went up. If you look at analytics,
Come on,
when people
analytics. Come on,
listen
Rain
to
Woman.
it, the numbers tell the story. And people saying, "Oh, I listened to your podcast." I mean, anecdotally and analytics tell you what's going on.
Right.
So, yes, it gave what it was supposed to give. I think people um resonated with the three perspectives and kind of like how we, talk about things in our points of views. I think that works for people. And I think the topics we chose and I do think that we, as we think more about how do we make it more professional and I'm doing air quotes cuz it's
Mm-hmm.
professional cuz it's out.
Per.
We'll give more.
Can I throw some stats in here, some numbers?
Mm-hmm.
I was reading about like how often do podcasts get downloaded, right? And what's considered a lot. So more than 26 downloads means you're in the top 50% of podcasts.
Okay, we there.
More than 72 downloads, you're in the top 25% of podcasts.
Mm-hmm.
And if you get more than 231 downloads, you're in the top 10% of podcasts. So we're doing pretty good. I
Mm-hmm.
didn't realize that this was kind of the benchmark, right? I think I thought it was so much more, but I guess there's so many podcasts out there, right?
Yeah.
That, it's kind of hard to get that audience and keep them. So I'm proud of us. We're doing real good right now, y'all. For real.
231 is such a specific number. Like,
Right.
why the one?
This was done in January 2022. Yeah.
But why the 31? I don't know. Why not 30, 35? I just feel like we could have picked a better number. That's neither here nor there. That's on those people. But seems like we're doing
Listen,
well.
I'm gonna tell y'all, no, no, no. Run Me My Money got 234 plays. Okay.
Hey.
Speak Kinda to Yourself got 241 plays, baby.
Period.
Intuition and Mindfulness got 154 plays. Go Lay Down got 193. Our
Hey.
numbers are here. Black Girl Anxiety got 181 plays.
Okay.
Broop, broop,
Oh.
broop.
Come on, Rain Woman. You better tell them.
So we're in the
Bloop,
top
bloop.
10% of podcasts
Yeah,
on some of these
bitch.
episodes.
Mask
Yeah.
On, Mask Off got 198 plays.
Fuck it, mask off. Exactly. I love it.
Come on. Black History Month got 190 plays. Like, we not playing. Okay. We not playing with the people. Y'all
Okay.
listening.
And we're just gonna get bigger and better. And
That's it.
excited about
Wait
that.
until I talk to people and I'm like, what? My podcast is in the top
Right.
10%
We
of
need to put
podcasts
that
based on
joker
number
on
of
the
plays.
dang boom zoom.
So don't ask when you ask me how my podcast is doing.
It's
That's what
doing
I'm telling you.
great.
I'm not telling you no number. I'm in the top such and such. What?
So good, so
Come
good, so
on.
good.
That's why I love the research shit.
Ah,
Once you do a little research, you're feeling real bad. I'm feeling
numbers
so
tell
much
your
better.
story.
Shit.
Numbers
Ooh.
tell the story. And Marquia, stay getting text messages from Lil Lanny about how much
Yes.
he loved the show.
Come
Thank you,
on.
Lil Lanny.
We
Okay, we
appreciate
gotta
you.
shout Lil Lenny out. He been here through thick and
He
thin.
really has. That
And he
that is
appreciates
my
your
guy.
edits, Kim.
He does.
Yeah.
Because he would tell me if they were trash. He would ask. He wouldn't say they're trash. He would definitely just be like, "Oh, like what happened with this episode?" Like it would be very like
Okay,
kind.
it's
And we
good.
haven't
I'm
got any of
here.
that. Right. We've gotten none of that. So
Okay.
I definitely think it gave what it's supposed to give. I have several friends that listen to it that'll text me and be like, "Oh, this was good. Like I really enjoyed this episode. I shared it with a friend. They were into it." So thank y'all for doing that. Thank you, friends. I'm not gonna call all your
Yes.
names out, but just thank you because it makes me feel good about it and ultimately like us as a brand to know that like the stuff that we're doing is not just in our little, circle. It reaches beyond that. I mean, we're at like what 4,500 followers on Instagram at this
Oh,
point. So we're doing something right.
exactly.
If you had to pick a favorite episode, which one would you pick?
For me, I think travel as self-care because I think travel is self-care for me. Like that's the one that really resonates for me.
Was that one of your
And
COVID episodes?
maybe
I feel like that was like you
it
had
feel
just came
like
back from Florida and you were like, I'm back and I'm sick.
and I got COVID. So I think it just shows that I must love traveling a lot because the first time I got COVID, I had just came back from Florida. And listen, this third time I got COVID, I just came back from Miami.
Okay, you
I
and
don't
Florida
know
have
if
an interesting situation going
Florida
on.
girl.
I know. So yes, but I think travel as self-care because I think that it really is kind of that recharge moment for me. And I was just thinking that, if I'm not gonna have children, then I should really find hobbies and I should just try to live my life, as happy and as joyful as possible because other people are working on populating the earth and I'm not. So, I should just, travel and be joyful.
Joyful,
I love
joyful.
You're
that.
like, wait, how did that happen? What
Be
the fact that you don't got kids
joy.
have anything to do with you out here traveling?
That's money,
Because
girl.
other people doing the hard work of populating the earth, and I'm not. So I owe it to them.
To go and travel.
Yes,
I mean,
and
that's
be
a
joyful.
reach. That's a reach. Just go enjoy yourself. Like they ain't worried about you. They gotta take care of them
I
kids, buy them
should be
baby
living right.
shoes.
I should be living life to the fullest because they doing the hard work. Listen,
They
maintaining
crawl
the
so you can
earth.
run. What are you talking
Right.
about? What is
They
happening?
maintaining the earth.
Why are you
I'm
making this
grateful.
correlation? I'm so confused. Ah, I love it. Okay. Okay then. We stay reaching over here. We all right.
Reach, reach.
Reach. I got two actually.
Okay.
Run me my money. I need my coins.
Her.
I think that that was one of our highest rated. Now I'm looking at analytics while we talk, and one of our highest rated episodes because I think it really helps to talk about money. A lot of us don't talk about our values, and being able to understand like as a black woman how we're getting shafted and
Mm,
having conversation around that and letting people know like this shit is fucked up in the faith the odds are not in our favor the way they treating us financially and really helping I think hopefully women understand that money is mental health. If you have enough of it you might not be stressed. If you don't, you up late at night struggling you
right.
know and then I think the other one was the go lay down, kind of like rest as a form of self-care because, I really just enjoyed that conversation, like the different kinds of rest, really understanding like it can be rest can be obtained in a number of different ways. And sometimes I think we compartmentalize ourselves about it's just this kind of way, but there's so many ways to actually achieve rest and being able to explore that with the two of you was really fun.
Aw, thanks, friend. Uh, I definitely enjoyed our last episode, intuition and mindfulness, just because I got to be in my full authentic self bag. Those are things that, I work on and deal with. And as a Black woman are sometimes considered weird or quirky or awkward. And the fact that I was in a space to be able to like put that out there, and other, Black girls were like probably like, I see myself too, and I like crystals too, girl, um, is good and nice and fun and all those things. If I had to pick another one, because Kim picked two, so now I want to pick two. Ednesha, you can pick another one if you want. The code switching. It was between this body shaming and the code switching. I don't like code switching. And the more I'm in this space where I have my own business and I understand, like, everyone doesn't have the opportunity at this point, you can make it and you can do it too. Do it before you're forced to do it. That's a conversation for another day, but you can do it. But I remember just like working with my students and seeing them so frustrated about, I don't talk that way or I don't do that, and understanding like you don't necessarily have to do those things in order to be successful. And now with my work, like seeing people that are their full authentic selves and still being successful, like fuck that code switch and sit. Stop trying to be palatable. Kind of ties into why I was given the ick. I think that's what the kids call it now. Watching the play, because like, for what? Why are we trying to form into boxes still? It's 2022. There's a space in the lane for everyone and anyone to be their full authentic selves and still be successful. It's just my thought.
I think Black girl anxiety. And I think I choose that one for a couple of reasons, but the first one is that I struggle with anxiety. And I think that people think because of who you are or what you do, things like that mean that you don't have issues like anxiety. And so, yes, I'm a therapist, but I still have anxiety. Yeah, I'm a Black girl and I still have anxiety. And I see a lot of women with anxiety. And so, and I think actually probably half of our country has anxiety at this point, being in a global pandemic. But for us to be able to talk about it and really acknowledge it, and I feel like there was someone listening who can see themselves in that episode and realize like it's okay to actually acknowledge it and talk about it and tell people what you're going through. So yeah, I think I was really proud of that one.
I like that. So when we're thinking about what next season could look like, right? What is your vision? If you had the option to say like this is definitely going to happen in season 3, what would it be? We know that you're keeping. What did you find interesting this week?
Really?
We know we're keeping that.
No, I actually might come up with something new.
Oh shit.
Excuse me with my booster shot voice. Yes, I think I'm gonna come up with something new.
Okay.
Just because y'all a bunch of haters.
Even just said that
you
we were
said
fine.
that you enjoy it. I know.
Change is hard. Change is hard. Hey.
But it's necessary. And listen, I'm going to find something new. Because you know why? I think it's good to move some things around, restructure some things. Maybe those downloads could double, could triple. Who knows?
Okay.
Right? And so, yes, I'm going to find something new. And I also feel like telling stories is really important. And I think like as Black people, we are like instinctively orators. I think that that's just what we are. So I think I want to work on my storytelling a little bit. Because I think I got some good stories. I feel like I want to add a little bit more storytelling to the podcast.
Okay, that's my
shit.
What
does that mean? What does that mean?
Listen, right, like let me tell you what happened to me this week. So I was walking down the street, right, and like, are we doing that? Like, I'm not being funny. Like
no, I just want to give more of a setup, like a beginning, some climax. A little bit more.
So you want to write about a novel? Like,
are we adding more time to the podcast? More talk time? What's
Look at Kim. Now wait a minute.
It's a short story, all right?
Okay.
A short story.
A short.
We're gonna have to limit short stories to like 3 minutes. 2.5.
I didn't even know that they had podcasts that were like 5 minutes long. I was like, what? Okay.
Just a quick in and
out. Like, I'm not gonna keep you.
Right.
Let me tell you.
I don't want to hold you too long.
What else, Ednesha?
I don't want nothing for 5 minutes. Okay. Hold on. That's back to my sex talk.
I know, I caught on. That's why I laughed.
She had to work it in. Work it in. Bang, boom.
Bing, boom, boom. And I really do want more guests. And I know that we said that at the end of season 1. But I just want to tell y'all as the viewers, more guests means that we would have to be more prepared. And it went like, listen, that's really what it is, y'all. Let me keep it real. It's 3 of us and we can figure out each other's schedules, right? And when things come up, we can kind of switch some things around. But when you have a guest, you can't do things like that. So I think that just really looking at our schedules and making sure like we can fit it in, it definitely won't be like every time that we do
Right.
it. No, it
That's
can't be.
pressure.
That's too much, right?
That's
I was
pressure.
on a different podcast, y'all, and we had someone setting up that stuff with the guests. All we had to do was come on and be ready. The three of us do everything ourselves. As you can
Right.
see, Kim edits, someone else writes the topic. Like, so we're doing all on our own. So that would be a lot harder for us. So for me, if we can do 4 guests, I think that that would be amazing.
We just got to get organized, get the right topics,
Right.
right? That's
Yeah.
it.
We've met some amazing women, Kim and I, and was like, oh, we think that she would be great, as a guest. I think that we really want to kind of show the different types and the facets of Black women.
I'd like to see some, some themes. I think we've exhausted the topics that that I wrote down. And so I think
Mhm.
it if we can do a deep dive into like what is, you know, we talked about facets, but different kind of topics, I think would be really interesting. Where we're pulling out little nuggets to have deeper conversation. Um, I do. Oh, we getting a new beat, y'all. We getting a new beat. The beats guy has been spoken to, and he's got some really interesting creative things that he wants us to do. So,
Shout
Marquia,
out to
stay
Rodney.
tuned. Stay tuned for that. Like our beats do. He was like, you need a new beat. We might need a new graphic. Different graphics, same kind of image. Listen, and just giving a little zhuzh. I would actually like us to attempt to do a live one somewhere where people could just see us and we're talking. I think that would be cool. That might be ambitious. That might be season 4. Let's just see how organized and well together we can be.
Okay. And wait, I just want to say this thing. Kim, we need to shout out Rodney Carter Music. Okay. We just can't say our beat guy. It's our boy. And the name
Okay,
of
I
his
got
business
you.
is Rodney Carter Music.
I got
Okay.
you. I
We got
got
our
you.
first beat from him, and we're going to switch it up this time and get a new one.
You
But I just
right.
wanted to put some respect on his
Put some
name.
respect on his name.
Okay.
You right. My bad, Rodney. You would listen.
Look,
Y'all
look,
like the
look.
beat. It was Rodney.
That's
Rodney
right.
did the
Rodney
damn
Carter
thing.
Music. That's right.
And
So we're going to switch it up a little bit and
but
do
yes.
something new.
And then I think, push the envelope. I guess, what is more audience participation, right? Like, there are a ton of things I think that we're not doing that would allow us to leverage, more audience participation. So
Right. I would
let's
love
do
to,
that.
yeah, I would love to start asking questions on the podcast, right? And then having our listeners answer, right? And they can do that on our social media, on our
Right.
Instagram. I think that that would be really cool. I think it also shows that people are listening, right? And I know we know it because of the downloads, but I would love to interact with people in a different way. And I think
Right.
about that when you talk about live, that's another form of interacting, right? So
Right.
I think that that can be super cool.
I'm assuming you mentioned listener letters or something along the lines.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We can
girl.
ask a question on here and then whoever's listening, they can answer back. We can, kind
Right.
of give them some follow up on an upcoming episode kind of thing. I would
Oh,
love
I
that.
want folks to write in. That's what I want.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay,
girl.
Like
come through.
Well, we
'cause
gotta tell them to, right?
yeah, so I think we can create a post or we can say like, hey, at the end of an episode, if you're thinking about a question, you have something you want clarity on, or you want just our thoughts on it, or you want to know more about us, like write in and we can answer
Yeah.
those.
I love that. Yeah, there's spaces for that, right? Like we can leave a message
Hmm.
before the beginning of an episode.
Hmm.
So I like that. Marquia, do you have any other things you'd like to see in the season
I
3?
would like my
Two?
internet to have not cut out, but that's fine. But
Girl, we
notice
was
how I just
covering. We
looped back
thought
in
we did.
though.
Girl,
Bloop
we
bloop.
here. You here.
Yeah, that was mess. Sorry, guys. What else would I like to see? I do agree with guests. But I want to do more like tell me your journey. So maybe that's the storytelling piece, how we can wrap that in. Like, how did you get to this point where you're doing whatever thing you're doing?
Right.
Like, what were the steps? What was the experience? Would you have changed anything? I think as we get older, you realize like you don't want to change anything because those mishaps and things that happen along the path help get you to where you want it to be. So that's neither here nor there. But I would love to do conversations in that way. Um, and I'm thinking if I can connect with that client that took me to theater, he has some pretty cool people that he's cool with. So maybe we can get a really, really cool guest.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. We got to get these topics, right? Like, what's the
yeah.
topic?
And I think like even maybe there's something to look at, like, we don't really have like we never did like a fashion episode, right? Like, or something like that, like the importance of
Or hair.
fashion. Right. We haven't really
Things that are
gotten into
important to
hair.
Black
Yeah.
women.
So talking about, that. And also I think online we do like the supportive sister. So why not also let people talk about what they do? Like it doesn't hurt us to give other people a platform to help them be successful,
That's
and it also
true.
helps us. So I'm all about the like, let's all make a little ecosystem and like grow together. So that would be my suggestion.
Okay. Okay, queen.
Let's see. Are we gonna push the envelope more? Like I'm thinking like we had Marla on the first season, right?
That's my
Yeah.
boo.
So are we gonna do more of that? I know Anisha brings in her sex talks weekly, but like
Ooh.
having a guest that we can do, because we haven't
Ooh,
done
maybe
like
we can
a
ask sex
real
with
one.
Ashley too
Yeah,
to
I know
come.
I know that's your girl.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think that could be fun because we don't talk about sex. And that's probably like, cultural and women being weird about talking about sex in public and all that shit.
I'm still
But
trying to get some boom boom, by the way, y'all.
oh, I'm
Ah,
sorry about that.
ah,
A
ah.
friend of mine mentioned that they were thinking about hiring a gigolo.
I
Uh,
love that for her because guess what? Sex work is work. Get it, girl.
Let me tell you something. If we talking about Kim still trying to get boom boom, I'm not gonna get into this story real long. I went out with Kim the other day, okay, and this chick is aggressive, B.
mm,
Like
Ah,
for real, for
ah,
real.
ah, ah.
She is scaring off dudes, but maybe
oh my
that is by
goodness.
design.
It is. Because guess
But
what? If you
if
not showing
you
up how I
ain't
want you to,
listen, you got to be ready for all that she has. She don't bite her tongue at all. Okay. The other day we went out with somebody. We were supposed to have this person buy us dinner. I said, Kim, can you just keep it cool? I don't know. She done said something crazy to the dude. He ended up leaving.
Mm.
I said, you know what? You
I
gonna
told
pay this
them
bill.
I
You
did.
gonna pay the bill. Tell her what you told him, Nick, because I ain't even want to put you out there. But go ahead,
Well,
tell him
fuck
what you
it
told the
then.
damn
Like
man.
what
Oh,
he whatever he said, I took offense to, and I was like, yo, I'll put a collar on you and walk you like a dog. Like, what are you talking about right now?
mm.
And then he got up. He literally got
She
up.
told this dude, I will dominate you. I will walk you like a fucking dog.
Mm.
What? What?
I'm
At
sure he'll
dinner
secretly
at
call
9
her.
o'clock?
I'm sure he'll secretly call her someday too. He probably was just embarrassed because it was in public.
He wasn't ready for all she was giving, honey. I was like, and let me tell you something. My friend, 25 plus years, when she get turned off, she's turned off. Her whole facial expression changes, the body language, everything. I said, well, what the hell happened in the last 10 minutes?
It's the water sign for me. Very relatable.
Like, what
Yo,
am I doing here?
she's
I'm
not
wasting my
smiling anymore.
energy.
She's
No,
not
because
being
I'm over it. I
engaging.
want to leave.
Nothing.
I'm bored.
Yep.
Goodbye.
I'm
Thank you.
disgusted and I'm bored.
Listen, she went in. And so let me tell you something. When the bill came, I said, you know, that one is on you. She's like, I know. And she took it like a champ. So thank you very much.
Mm.
Because you done fucked up somebody paying for our dinner. I'm not paying. Hell no.
I couldn't stomach it anymore. I was like, okay, no. I'm not enjoying the way you speaking to me. Now I'm gonna let you know the business. Goodbye.
I mean, you can't let people treat you any type of way. So I get that. Um, okay. But I do think we should push the envelope more.
Yeah.
Maybe we should invite that man on the podcast and be like, so what was your experience
Maybe
with
we
Kim?
should not. Cause
Ooh, I heard
ooh.
it in your voice. Okay, definitely not. He can't come.
Yo, I'm telling you, yo. She be acting
It was a
up.
mess. No, there was so much. There was so much. There was a lot
I
that
believe it.
okay. Listen. And
Let
and and I'm happy that I'm in that space. I'm not taking shit. Like,
right.
please. You
Let me
wasting
ask
my
you,
time.
was he like how your friend was at my birthday? Was it like that type of energy?
No,
No, it wasn't
no,
that.
no.
We'll debrief offline, Anisha, because I ain't putting
Yeah.
nobody's business out there. But
But she okay, guess what? My friend was there. She met him. So
oh,
she
that
could
same friend?
yeah, she'll
Uh-huh.
totally
I
know.
met him. I
She'll
met
Mm,
totally
him.
know what you're talking about.
I met
mm.
him.
Ah,
I
Okay, was
did
he
meet
doing a
him.
lot with you too?
No. Uh-uh.
Okay. Yeah, well, now we're here. So
I think he
there's
just liked you because he wasn't
a
doing a lot
lot.
with me at all.
Um,
But he seems like a bit much. It's just his personality for me.
Yeah, it was all fun and games until he like grabbed my arm and was like, "You think you run things?" And I was like, "Whoa, stranger danger." Kim was like, "What is happening?"
Stranger danger.
No, I was looking at him like, calm down.
Like
dude.
it was it escalated quickly, and then I think it's a whole other thing that's with it because when you're a plus size person, I think men often believe, well, I'm paying attention to you. Why are you not receptive to my attention? And like,
Nah, you his type. You exactly his type.
not my
You are
type,
his
nigga. That's
type.
my type.
Yeah, nah, you his type. Like
Oh
that's why I was
no.
looking like, wow, slow down,
He
sir.
wasn't paying no attention to my ass.
Slow down. You understand?
He
You're
was
his
giving
type.
real cool friend vibe. Like,
He
okay,
All
was
of
at
it.
he was
first, and then
kicking
it just I don't know where it went. The
Then you
switch just
stood up and he was like,
Yeah.
oh shit. What's going on? That
booty,
motherfucker
booty,
had-
booty, booty rocking everywhere.
You was just his type, honey.
It's just I don't know what you're talking about. Very embarrassed. I'm like blushing. Anyway.
Listen,
So,
and that dude was not my type. You wasn't listening, and I don't have time for you.
you
You
know, you gotta
talking
get out
over
the
me,
way.
and I'm not interested. Kick rocks.
Not rocks. Open-toed
Somebody
shoes?
like it, god damn it. As they say
Right.
on TikTok, right?
Right. I may not be your
Listen,
cup
I've
of tea, but I'm somebody's honey straight.
now I
Oh.
listen, I didn't get that suggestion from nowhere. Let me be very clear, okay? That's all I'll
Listen.
say about it and leave it at that.
Period. So as we get to the end of this episode, when you think about season 3, what is your vision for it? Also, just like in theory, we are kind of starting, a new trajectory, a new season. I mean, it's cold as fuck outside. Sorry for that, but like, wow, the way that Summer said, you know what, I'm done here. Very aggressive. So as we go into this new
Like
season,
not a minute after his shift was over, Summer was like, I got
Summer said, I am
home.
a state employee, so my contract is done.
I do
Bye.
not get overtime out this mug. Okay. It was like 55 yesterday. I said, what the hell? I had a tank top on 3 days ago.
Right. It was hot. And then Summer said, okay, bye. He did the Irish goodbye. Nigga just left.
Word.
Didn't say nothing. Just, I'ma head out. And then that was it. And it was just very offensive. But it's okay, Summer. We love you. Can't wait for you to come back.
It's giving fall and I'm not ready for that.
It's giving winter. That's what it's giving.
It's giving winter preview.
It's giving I call fall pre-winter because all it is just the step before the snow. And I'm just waiting to get back to pre-summer and summer. So
Damn.
yeah, I have seasonal depression, so this is gonna be, an experience, but we'll make it. So when you think about it, what do you plan to implement in this next season for you personally? What are you going to be working on? What do you want to implement beyond, what we mentioned at the beginning? So hopefully, Ednesha, your carpenter and your designer come back, things like that.
So
I do not want this storyline to continue into season 3.
Right.
I need it to be done by the time we start.
You're like,
again.
what I'm working on, y'all?
Girl.
My apartment.
They be like, again? Still? What happened?
What's going on over
trying.
there?
I'm trying.
They're gonna start to GoFundMe, be like, is it this?
What is the real issue here? I need to pick wallpaper. It's a lot going on. Actually, I'm gonna call her today.
See?
Call her today.
We gonna expedite it.
Wow, hello.
But
Okay.
what are y'all thinking of?
All right, I'm gonna choose a couple, right? As we go in the 3rd year of the pandemic, y'all. This is about to be the 3rd year. Well, we in the 3rd year, actually. Yes, we are.
We're in it for the rest of our
We're
lives,
in it,
guys.
right?
It's
Okay.
never going away.
So I think with my personal growth, I do want to take more like continuing ed courses. Like I'm just interested in different type of things. And I want to make sure that I don't say, oh my God, I don't have time for that. Like, how do I make time for things that I feel like are important to my personal growth? I really want to prioritize that. As far as I want to read more, because let me tell you, I buy books. Oh, you could tell me about, I got that book. I was talking to somebody the other day. I was like, oh, I got that book, but I didn't actually read that book, but I have that book. So I actually want to read the books that I buy. That's on the list. I think about different parts of my life. So like my friends and my family, I think at the beginning part of this year, I said that I wanted to meet more dope Black women. And let me tell y'all, I have, but shit, this is a lot because people want to hang out. and I want to hang out too, but I just don't have no time. Kim was like, you need to just do something with like 3, 4 people at the same time. Get to know everybody at the same time.
What you doing one
Yeah,
on
do
one? You
brunch. Yeah.
wildin'.
Because
Do a
I've
little
met a
brunchy
lot of
brunch.
new people. And I've had like, lunches and, dinners with them. And I'm really ecstatic about like the new friendships that I'm growing. But yeah, I probably need to bring everybody together because I really don't have enough time for it all. And then I want to talk about my health and well-being. I really do need to get back in physical therapy. I think my body is letting me know, girl, you miss your physical therapist. I haven't been exercising after my last bout with COVID. It really jacked up my breathing a lot. So I had to slow down. I don't know now because I didn't just had COVID 2 weeks ago. So what's
Wait,
gonna
what?
happen this time? I told you I had COVID 2 weeks ago, right?
Was it 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Jesus.
You feel like you
So
like, oh, from the last one? Yeah.
Right. Like I was like, was it the one before?
So I'm really hoping that I can kind of really work on kind of the physical because my body feels like it might be kind of sort of falling apart. And I'm also a little, I think the word would be afraid maybe about the long-term impact of
Mm,
COVID now that I've had
mm.
it 3 times. Like I laugh about it a lot, but then there's moments like, yo, what is my life going to look like in like 3, 4 years, right? Like, is there going to be any major changes? So I really want to kind of start to deal more with the physical and kind of work on my body and figure out my breathing and things like that.
Can I make a suggestion for
Yeah.
your wellness?
Sure. Yes, please.
I would definitely increase the elderberry intake that you have in your life. I have an
Okay.
elderberry syrup that I take daily. It does help with your immune system. I take wellness shots regularly. They taste like shit for the most part. It's usually like ginger and like a spicy pepper or something like that. But does help with your immune system getting better. And I have read that movement does help bring your lungs back after
Hmm.
COVID. So like, yeah, it sucks at first because you have to adapt. I would suggest Effect Fitness. It's $40 a month. It's an app. You've heard me mention it
Love
before,
it.
but it's something that you can do at home. It's something you can do at your own pace. Like there's no one judging you. And you get to be a part of the community. It's my happy place.
I
But
know. I'm thinking about it because I've been walking still so I can move, right? Like I still do
mhm,
my walks in Central Park, but I really want to get back to like really training. Like I,
mhm.
I like working out. I really enjoy it. So I really miss it. But
And
it
then your house
is
is safe. There's no other germs but your own. So that's also why I like Effect Fitness, unless you go to the gym or you go on a trip.
I
But
definitely have a gym membership. Yeah,
yeah.
like I keep a gym membership. Now they ain't seen me in a minute. They just
Mhm.
taking my money. But I got
Ah,
But
one.
but think about it. Spend 40. You don't have to go anywhere and it's just your germs in your house. Your dad might be like, "What are you doing? You look crazy." But, hey, no
Well,
yeah.
my mom and dad was here the day that I hit myself in the head with a dumbbell when I was working out with my
I
trainer.
remember that day.
Yep.
God,
Almost passed
yo.
out. Yep.
Like Woody,
Yep.
these
I was
stories,
dizzy.
bro. These
Yep.
stories are wow.
They was like, "You okay?" I was like, "I gotta keep going. I'm okay."
Just 5 more. It's
You got a
fine.
concussion. They like, what are you
I said, "You
doing?
can't have
Stop.
me doing 3 things at once. I can't be doing jumping jacks and lifting the weight up and over my head like kid. That's too many things for me."
Like one thing
Okay,
at a time.
someone else. Your vision.
Mm,
Go.
mm.
Wrap it up.
All right, all right. I think I'm gonna go next. I'm gonna choose the area of personal growth. I know I've talked about maybe, some spiritual stuff, but when I was in Monticello, I was talking to my little cousin, Asia. What up, girl?
Hey,
And
girl.
she's Reiki certified.
Okay.
Ooh.
And I was talking to her and she's like, yeah, in Brooklyn is this thing. And I was like, oh, that sounds amazing. So I do really want to explore like the yoga meditation, you know, Reiki kind of thing because it feels like a very comfortable space for me to, or something that would be enjoyable or something that I would like to add to like my life. So I think exploring that, like the spirituality kind of piece of it. I think bars are not spiritual, right? Like they're boring. I mean, where I meet people, where I
You talking about
socialize.
a bar, the drink bar?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm
I
sorry.
think they
Yeah.
can be, but I also have conversations with people at the bar. So like they
Yeah.
be telling me their life stories and I'll be like, okay, like
Yeah.
let's unpack this more. Tell me
Yeah.
how. Yeah.
Well, it's not for me anymore because I was definitely a barfly.
Okay.
And then COVID happened. Girl, I would be up for 24 hours hitting like bars where all the people who work at bars, like, yo, Kim's here, let's go, 5 a.m. Like, I don't do that anymore. So I think I want to find people who have a different kind of like energy about them. And and I don't want it to be alcohol related, right? Like I want to meet people who are, doing interesting, fun things and not in a space where we're consuming alcohol.
Ooh, I would suggest a farmer's market.
You know what? I like to just go and get my stuff and then leave. I don't really
Okay.
like talking to farmers market people. Like
Really?
only the people that I buy things from, like, oh, it's grown here. Like I'm not that
Oh
person.
Lord, I
I'm not that
can't.
person.
Oh,
I
I
like going to the
am.
farmers market, but I don't like talking to other people who are there to shop, just the people who I'm buying things from.
Oh, that's the people I'm mentioning. I don't really talk to like
Yeah.
the passerbys, but like
Oh,
I
okay,
do have
yeah.
like meaningful conversations with the people
Yeah.
that are like growing and selling things. And like, how did you
Yes.
like decide that you wanted to make sheep's milk soap, girl? Like,
Yeah,
how
it's
did
I
we
some
land on
can't.
weird
that?
I
shit there.
can't,
It's some
y'all.
weird shit there,
But it's
but
Y'all are
it's
so
hilarious.
interesting.
interesting.
Yeah.
Y'all are
I
hilarious.
do a CSA, so I'm kind of into that, right?
Hmm.
I think for my finances, I want to do that topic. I'm looking for something to invest in, like,
Mm,
being in South Carolina for those few months, porch, trees, grass,
mm.
then when I went to Virginia, gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous,
Kim about to move, y'all.
no, I just need a space where I can kind of like decompress from the city kind of like pressures and things because what does that look like? A cute little thing. Oh, let me just go here and just get away. I need a getaway place.
That's fair.
And I need it to be mine and I need because it needs to have all the things that I want there, right? Like,
Fiji
is it a
water.
tiny home? I don't fucking know. Is it like
Hmm.
a container home? I don't know, but let's explore that and just do interesting things.
They do
Okay.
container homes in Puerto Rico. My sister's friend has one. Her family has one. So
Girl,
I mean,
let's
that's a place to look
listen.
at, and it
All
would be
the
some
things. Girl,
island.
Puerto Rico ain't got no damn they ain't got no damn power because of the
Well,
storms. I
yeah, I'm
can't do
going.
that.
I'm going
That's
there
fair.
next month.
In October.
Marquia going there in
No, actually
November.
November. November. Yeah,
We might
November.
overlap. I know Somos is happening that time, so
Yeah, I'm going to Somos. Yeah.
yeah.
Look, y'all
But I'll
playing
be
games.
leaving. So,
Puerto
Oh,
but
okay.
actually,
Rico.
apparently San Juan is okay. But
Okay.
the person I met over the weekend was saying that they have some relief efforts that they're going to be trying to do.
Okay,
So
good,
I'm
good.
definitely going to try to at least help with that at least one day while I'm
I
there.
love that. I love
Yeah,
that.
and
Yeah,
whenever I go
girl.
to Somos, we do community service. I've like after one of the other storms, I helped paint someone's house and stuff. It was pretty cool, right? Like just to get to know people
Hmm.
and know that you can be of service to others. So yeah, I'll definitely be doing community
Yeah,
service in Puerto Rico in
I love
November.
Yeah.
that. And
Yeah.
then
I love community service. Always have. Big part of AKA foundational stuff. So
all right, girl,
you
holla
know.
back.
Wrapped into
Nah.
my life. Let's see. What do I want to do? Definitely want to do more personal growth. I'm learning every day, right? Like I'm dealing with this new space of having my business fully functioning and figuring out what that means and what that looks like. So it kind of enrolls having to figure out what money looks like in a different way. Making sure I find balance. So it's a lot of things. Of course, I'm gonna keep up my love of Effect Fitness. Our Miami trip was wonderful. It was hot as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. No, it was bad. Like I
Mm-hmm.
got to a point where I had chills and it was like 90 degrees outside. And I was like, ooh, I might end up going down today. And that's not good. But I made it out. Thank God for the person that had the little coconuts on the side of the road because I was like, give me a coconut water, need the electrolytes because wow. But also they had us in the sun at like 11:30 in the morning, like it wasn't
Damn.
beaming down on
Like,
the
what you doing
beach.
That
out
class
there?
was supposed to be at 7 a.m.
It was supposed
Okay.
to at least be at 10 and they pushed it back to 11, child. And
Ooh.
I really thought I was gonna go down. Like I was like, ooh, it's hot, but I'm cold. So that's quite
Like, what
uh,
happened?
right. My brain was just like, it's not working, girl. And I was like, uh-oh, uh-oh. But then they ended the class, so it worked out. But definitely continuing more with that. I feel a lot better now that I'm in this space where I don't have traditional hours and I can work remotely and I can move around and I can still incorporate the things that I love and enjoy in order to be a more happy version of myself. And I haven't been like this happy in a long time. So I definitely want to continue doing the things that are keeping me on this path and trajectory. So
I love that. We don't realize
thanks.
how when we're miserable, it just
Ooh,
permeates all
baby.
aspects of our
Mm-hmm.
lives
Hell yeah, it
Hmm.
and
does.
the things we think about. We can't see it, but people feel it. And so I think the shift, when we recognize that, like that's the thing, which also
Right.
allows us to know when we're on the decline. So
Yep. Because I'll be
Mm-hmm.
that's
like, oop,
important too.
it's giving spiral, or I'm close to the spiral. I'm looking at the
Right.
drain. I don't know if I'm going down it. I don't know what's happening.
And
You gotta
you gotta let
know.
people know, like, hey, just
Right.
in case some shit pop off. That's why.
Right.
Yeah.
So this was a good convo. Is there anything that you want to share with anyone at home to give them any suggestions if they're thinking about incorporating these things? Do we tell them just tune into season 3 where we will give them more life tools or any of that?
I think for me, I think it's really important to so I try and work on relationships. I was just talking about meeting with people, but have deeper conversations with the people that you are friends with. I think being open to having relationships that are not just surface
Mhm.
becomes extremely important because I think a lot of people like, oh, I have a lot of friends, but like, how well do you really know them? You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, are you having these like hard conversations? Do they truly know you? Or is it just something on the surface? And I think after being in COVID, and I think before COVID, actually, because Kim and I was having these conversations with our friends, like, I don't want surface anymore. Like, I really want to go deeper. So I think that's another thing. And then for me, I would tell people to be more self reflective, right? And start to ask yourself some questions. I think maybe I'll give y'all like 2 questions. Um, am I using my time wisely, right? Because I think that that's always important because time is something that we can't get back. And am I living true to myself? Because I think sometimes we are really thinking about what other people think of us, things like that. But am I living true to myself? If I look back at my life, is this the life that I really want to have? Am I living the life that I want to live right now? So, yeah, that's what I would say to the listeners today.
Okay. Kimmy Kim.
Okay, girl.
Mhm.
I think similar to what I was thinking about joining groups and engaging, I'm on a lot of Facebook groups. I'm lurking, but I'm not necessarily engaging. And so, I've had to kind of like leave some of them and then pare it down. And I'm really finding that, the more you engage, the more you feel connected to people. And so sometimes you just got to put yourself in there or start off with a thing that you like. Oh, I like this thing. So maybe the people that are also there who like this thing, I'll connect with. So you got to start with the commonalities, right?
Hmm.
Um, and I think that just, figures out like think about what brings you joy and how you can find it daily. Like how you were talking about Marquia, like just what's the thing? What's the thing that's in the forefront? Because when the hard days happen, that's the thing that's going to save you or bring you back or
Mhm.
remind you what it's all about because, sometimes shit happens, it gets rough out there and we lose sight of those things because we get pulled into all sorts of things and having that light, that beacon of the thing that this is what I need, this is what feeds me is going to be really important to weathering those things.
I like that. Um, I would say, and this is possibly random to some people, but like listen to your body and what you feel, right? So there are times I've noticed that like when I'm hungry, I start to feel like sick. And like to the point where like I'm COVID paranoid. So I'm like, oh my God, what did I do? Where was I? What why am I feeling this way? And then I'm like, oh, I just needed water and I needed like to eat. And like prioritizing those things and making sure that you pay attention to your body. If you start feeling tired, go to sleep, girl, because when you're tired, your immune system is weaker and then you're more susceptible to getting sick. So like listen to those cues in order to make sure that you're your healthiest and happiest self. If people notice when you're around people, I was at an art festival yesterday, and in theory, you would think everybody's energy is so positive and happy. I immediately was like, well, I have to get out of here. I don't know who or what is happening, but something in this energy is not good. And I had to get away. And I was just like, "Ooh, I don't think I would do that again." Like,
You
and
got to
just like
know.
right, like I was like, it's
That's
and I've
right.
gone to it before, and I was literally going to see a couple of my friends that were vending, but in the like getting to my friend's tent again, I don't, and it's a weird thing to try to explain, but some people are at home probably like, yes, girl. Other people are probably like, this bitch is crazy, which is fine. But in getting to the booth, it was just very overwhelming. I immediately felt tired and I immediately felt like I do not want to be here. So
Mm,
I left.
Mm.
I was like,
But
no.
that's
honor
what's
it.
important. Yeah, you honored it, you left. Like, I'm out.
And
That's it.
then I leave and I went to a bar and I was fine. Like I went to this restaurant that my friends own and I was like, oh, like, okay, so I really wasn't tired. It was really just the environment. So just being mindful of
Right.
what your body and your in the environment and shit. If you walk by and you're like, I don't like that, just listen to that. You're not crazy. Like your body is telling you for a reason to protect you. So
Love it.
that's my
Okay.
suggestion. Um, as always, thank you so much for listening to us and rocking with us for 2 seasons now.
Oh,
Woo,
yeah.
No,
Come on. 2 seasons.
you could be anywhere in the world, but you chose to be here with us, and we
Come
appreciate you for
on. Come
that.
on. That was a
So
good one.
we appreciate it very much. If you're not following us on Instagram, that's very concerning. But you can find us at Black Women Be Whole. You can find our website, blackwomenbewhole.com.
I love
Uh,
that.
you can sign up for our newsletter if you want to know what's going on with us. You can buy a playbook. You can buy a t-shirt. There are ways to stay connected as we go on this small hiatus so you don't feel like you miss us too much.
Send us an
So
email.
yeah, say
Shit.
hey
We
at
want to hear from
info
you.
at
Yeah.
blackwomanbewhole.com. But reach out, say hey, hop in the DMs, give us some times. We are people and we have lives. So it's not that we're ignoring you. Also, Instagram sends y'all to like this random inbox sometimes and it's hard to find messages. But we will get back to you.
I'm like, where's that at? The general or this one?
Literally, like there are times when like I'm like, I looked at all of the messages. Where is this random notification coming from? And then it's like, oh, it was like
Over there.
misplaced. Yeah, it's in this very random order. So Instagram, please get that together. Meta, whoever is running it. Um, but thank you, thank you, thank you. We can't do this without y'all. So
That's right.
we appreciate
Agreed.
y'all. We
Ditto.
Thank
love
you.
y'all, even though we don't know you, but we love you. And we'll talk to you soon. Bye, y'all.
Yeah.
Bye, y'all.
Till season 3.
Bye.